Today, Apple held an event in the Steve Jobs Theater at its Apple Park campus to debut a plethora of new services. And so in this video, we're going to go over everything that Apple announced. Tim Cook got on stage and jumped right into the company's first new subscription service, Apple News Plus. Apple News Plus is a subscription-based Apple News service that now offers you your own personal newsstand with full access to hundreds of magazines and a handful of newspapers. Subscribers will gain access to magazines like ESPN the Magazine, Esquire, The New Yorker, Wired, and much more. In the existing Apple News application, Apple News Plus showcases magazines in richly designed layouts featuring animated covers, vivid photography, and bold typography optimized for your iPhone, iPad, and Mac. In the Today and News Plus tab, subscribers will be presented with individual article and issue recommendations based on both editorial curation and personalized suggestions, all while maintaining user privacy. Apple News Plus is available today when you update to iOS 12.2 and will cost users $9.99 a month in the US and $12.99 a month in Canada. Next up, Tim Cook moved on to Apple Pay, where he announced a new Apple credit card and service called Apple Card. To me, Apple Card might be one of the more interesting announcements of the day, as it's a new digital and physical credit card that users will be able to sign up for right on their iPhones. The sign-up process literally takes a few minutes, and then you can begin to use the new credit card via Apple Pay immediately in stores, in apps, or online. Once you've used Apple Card, you'll see real-time views of your latest transactions and balances inside of the Wallet app. Apple Card uses machine learning and Apple Maps to label transactions, so you're not stuck trying to figure out what a specific charge is on your statement, and all of the purchases are totaled and color-coded in specific categories like food and drinks, shopping and entertainment, and more. The Wallet app will then give you an overview of how much you're spending on those categories at the end of the month, so you can keep track of money spent and create budgets. The Apple Card offers perks like daily cash, where you can receive 2% cash back for all Apple Pay purchases, 3% for all Apple-related purchases, and 1% for traditional purchases made sans Apple Pay. Apple Pay is partnering with Goldman Sachs for the credit card and says that it will offer interest rates among the lowest in the industry, no yearly fees, and no penalty rates if a user misses a payment. So if you live in an area like I do, where not every place supports Apple Pay, the company has actually created a physical credit card that's designed in a very Apple-like manner, with no card number, no CVV, no expirations or signature. It's just a clean credit card that's made out of titanium. Apple Card will be launching in the US this summer. Moving on to gaming, Apple also announced a new subscription-based gaming service for mobile, desktop, and for the living room. Apple Arcade will feature over 100 games from creators like Disney, Sega, Lego, and more. All content in all the games will be included with the purchase price, with no additional in-app fees to unlock content. You'll be able to play Apple Arcade games both on and offline on your iPhone, iPad, Mac, and Apple TV. To access Apple Arcade, you'll be able to head into the App Store and check out the dedicated Apple Arcade tab at the bottom of the app. Now, Apple didn't unveil pricing on Apple Arcade just yet, but we'll hear more details when it launches in fall 2019 in more than 150 countries. Finally, Apple closed its event focusing on TV and first introduced a redesigned Apple TV app, as well as a new Apple TV channels feature. This new app will bring together TV shows, movies, sports, news, and more, all in one hub, available across all devices, including the Apple TV, iOS devices, Macs, and smart TVs from Samsung, LG, Sony, and Vizio, as well as Roku and Amazon streaming boxes. The app will now feature a new For You section that recommends TV shows based on what you watch. Nothing groundbreaking here, but what is pretty cool is that the app will include suggestions for shows and movies from over 150 different streaming apps like Hulu, Prime Video, DirecTV Now, and PlayStation Vue, and much more. Apple TV Channels takes this one step further and provides users the ability to choose what services they want, and can even allow users to subscribe and watch shows all from within the app. This is great because now you won't have to jump between various applications, remember all of your logins, etc. It's just one app that houses everything that you want to watch. Apple TV Channels is limited to a handful of services like HBO, Showtime, and Starz, and it won't include Netflix or Hulu. Apple plans to release the new Apple TV app in May. Later in the year, the TV app will house Apple's new subscription service, Apple TV Plus, and Apple says Apple TV Plus will be the home for the world's most creative storytellers and will feature original TV shows, movies, and documentaries. Original content partners such as Steven Spielberg, Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon, J.J. Abrams, Jason Momoa, and even Oprah Winfrey were all on stage to explain a little bit more about the content that they will be producing for the new streaming service. The actors and actresses provided us with a glimpse into their new shows, and Apple closed the keynote with a montage of the new original content like The Morning Show, See, Amazing Stories, etc. The service will launch in fall of 2019, but pricing hasn't yet been announced. Let us know your thoughts on the new services that Apple announced at today's event in the comments section down below. Tell us which ones you're most excited about and which one you might be subscribing to. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.